Hello everyone, it's Jamie and welcome back to my channel and welcome to Flossmas Day 12. It is currently a Friday, which I am very excited about because it's the weekend and I don't have any plans for this weekend. So I should hopefully get a little bit more stitchy time and time for like watching Christmas movies and watching Flossmas and all of the fun things. Anyways, in this video, I will be picking from my advent each day, and there will be a cross stitch project and a yarn for me to make a granny square for a scrap granny square blanket that I will make it one day. I don't know exactly when that will be. I'm also still waiting for the yarn that I ordered for my border color because UPS, I don't even think they have it in the right location. So it's like 2 hours away from me and it went out for delivery on Monday. It's currently Friday. And they were like, it had a thing where it was like delivery, what was it? Delivery location unaccessible or something. And I was like, you are 2 hours away from me still. What? Like normally UPS will bring things like to a town that's like 20 minutes away and then it goes out for delivery. And so it's still not even in the same county as me right now. So I don't know. And it hasn't moved since they said that they couldn't access the location to deliver it. So I don't know what that means. And you can't just like send them a message or be like, hey, it's like you can give them your number and they'll call you. So I need to do that one day just to see what's going on. But I also know that there's been like flooding, and so they're 2 hours away, my package somewhere, and there's been flooding in between those areas. So I don't know. I feel like at this point they'll just be like, weather. So yeah, I'm not going to be worried about it because the blanket is not close to being done anyways. So yeah. Also, I will be working on Autumn Harmony every day, trying to do some amount of stitches. I was trying to do 400 to 500 stitches on her a day to get her finished, and she will still be finished this year, but I just don't know if I can keep up with the 400 to 500 stitches a day right now because of, you know, holidays are coming up. So I'm just going to try and do as much as I can. I'm still on track to finish her before the end of the year. It just might take me a little bit longer. I think doing 400 to 500 stitches a day, I was supposed to get her finished like December 19th. And so because I'm having to slow down a little bit, it will still be finished in December. It just might be after Christmas. So that is an update on her. And now I will pick my project for today, which is day 12. I almost thought, okay, every day after I pick the box, I flip it over so that I can easily see where I am. For some reason, this looked like it was flipped over and that it was on 13, and I was about to be like, what? I have been introducing today as day 12. Yeah, it's day 12. So here we go. And what do we have here? We have 12 movie nights of Christmas, which is by Atomic Tiki Pins on Etsy. And this is the one I stitched on it last week, and it's dark fabric. So if I'm going to stitch on it today, I need to try and do it soon because when it's nighttime, it's just so hard to stitch on the dark fabric. But people recommended to put either a white towel down underneath to make it easier to see the holes because it's a dark fabric, or they recommended shining a light from underneath so you can see the holes easier. So I will try that tonight and see if that helps because I will do anything at this point, I think, to make it easier to see. So here is my yarn, which is, I think this might be the same color I had done yesterday. It's a self-striping sock yarn, and that looks very similar, like blues. Do you see them? Like this lighter blue looks like the lighter blue here. The darker blue, it looked like there was a brown somewhere. Yeah, this looks like it might be the same. So that's fun. And I will make a granny square today with this yarn. And I think that's it. So wait, I need to pull out 12 movie nights of Christmas. So I will go and grab that real quick. Here is the 12 movie nights of Christmas stitch along, and as I mentioned, it's dark fabric. It's hard to see. I think this is an 18 count fabric, and I am stitching it 2/1 full cross, and it's a fabric I dyed myself. So yeah, it's not the funnest to stitch on. I will be working again on the tree, just trying to get more of that bit done because this center block is it's taken me a long time. And yet these smaller movie blocks, I was able to do these in like one night. So I think that like the night that the Christmas Story one came out, I was able to finish that in one night. So if I can get the center finished, then I would hopefully be able to just do like 1 or 2 nights of stitching to do each of these movies. So it shouldn't take me that long if I can just finish the center. I will say though that the border, you can tell, is not fully finished. I don't know if it's not, there we go. It's not fully finished. I still have stitches I need to do in the border, but I think the border is also supposed to have like beads, and I think there might be like some back stitching lines and stuff because it's supposed to be, I think, like kind of like lights, you know? I don't know. So there's still a lot of things that need to be done. I think there's also beads and possibly French knots in like the popcorn bucket. So I need to really look and see what all I need to have for this to get this done one day. So I will be back tomorrow for day 13, where I will show you my progress and pick another project. And here is my progress on the 12 movie nights of Christmas stitch along. I think I did, it was like 300 stitches, close to 400 stitches. And I am really happy with the progress because I'm getting so much closer to like the tree meeting the popcorn bucket down here. So very happy to see that. I will also say that the tip about putting light underneath the fabric, that helped a lot. So thank you everyone who left the tip about light underneath, because it did make it a lot easier to see the holes where I was going. So thank you for the tip. And so yeah, that got more stitching, and I am so happy to see, like I said, I'm happy to see the progress of the tree being closer to finished. That tree seemed like it was huge and like it was never going to end. And then I will say that, so this was the project for day 12. Also, I'm gonna say I, at the time, didn't even realize, okay, so I picked this project from the calendar on day 12. It's the 12 movie nights of Christmas stitch along. My family did that on purpose. They actually asked me, they were like, ah ha ha, like 12 movie nights of Christmas on day 12. And I didn't even realize it when I was recording. So yeah, they're thinking about things that I am not. So yeah, just thought I'd put that out there. Today is day 14. So this was day 12. Today is day 14. I did not film on day 13, but I did record myself pulling out my project from the Advent box. And so I will insert the clip of that so you can see what the project was for day 13. And it is Santa's on His Way, which is by Charting Creations. I took a picture of it before I started working on it. And then I worked on it last night, and I did, I can't remember, like 400 stitches, which I did all of the stitches in this reindeer and trying to fill in a little bit more of its face, and then also some of like the fur on its neck. So this is on 28 count 2/1/2 cross. And I will say that I could have given this more stitchy time, but I was really focusing the last night on Autumn Harmony, which Autumn Harmony is back here. So I could have stitched more on this, but I was like, no, I want to go back to stitching on Autumn Harmony because she is getting closer to being finished. I think there are like hold on, I will check on my phone. There are 2,800 stitches left on Autumn Harmony, and so I'm just like getting very excited. Like, we need to get Autumn Harmony finished. There is a date that I have in my head that I might possibly get her finished by, but I don't want to put it out there in case I end up falling behind. Anyways, granny squares. So the granny squares that I made with the yarns I pulled out from day 13 and 12 were, I think this was a day 13 square. So this was the yarn from day 13. This one was also a day 13, but then I ran out on the last round. So I used some of day 13 for this last round, because day 13 the colors I picked were yellow and green, and then I made these 2 squares using just various yarns from the last couple of days. So those are the squares from the last couple of days, and now I will pick my stuff for today, day 14. So here we are. I cannot get in. Okay, there we go. Day 14 right here. I'm about to drop things. So for day 14, we have another Christmassy chart, and that is Christmas 2 by Ciro Marchetti, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And then our yarn for today is a ball of this bluey yellowy one, which I think I will mix with some of the other days, so like include some of like the yellow and the green with this one would be fun. So I will go grab Christmas 2 real quick so I can see the starting point, which I think I just worked on it recently. I don't remember what day, but I will go grab it. And here is Christmas 2 and where I will be starting. I will be back tomorrow for day 15. I am back today on December 15th, and I am here showing you my progress. So this is what I got done on Christmas 2. I decided to start working down the page because I think it would be fun to eventually work down and get to that snow globe that I've been talking about because I love the snow globe. Also, the colors down the side are funner because there's like this orange here is going to be like there's like ribbons hanging up, and there's like I think like pink and blue curtains or some sort of a fabric hanging, whereas the top is a lot of like dark colors and it's not as fun. So I decided I'm gonna work down a little bit on that, and I think I did 400 stitches maybe before I went back to working on Autumn Harmony, which I will give a little sneak peek. Here's Autumn Harmony right now. I only have, I think, 2,400 stitches left or something like that. It's in the 2000s and I am getting so close. And so I work on like the Advent pieces for a little bit, and then after that I'm like, I need to get back to Autumn Harmony. She has 2,300 stitches left. I can't wait. She's gonna be finished soon. I'm really hoping to have her finished by, right now it's currently Monday, I'm hoping to have her finished by the weekend because like I mentioned before, this weekend is going to be busy. I'm going to be seeing my family Saturday and Sunday, and so I would really like her to just be done and out of my mind because if I only have like a few hundred stitches left on her or something, it's going to just be like in my head all weekend, just like she's so close to being done and you left her. So I really want to get Autumn Harmony finished. Squares that I made, I don't even remember which squares I made last night. I just have like a pile of the ones that I've been working on recently, and so I think this one was last night, this blue. And what's funny is I've been doing 5 rounds on the granny squares. I was like, I'm going to make this one square just all the blue color that I had picked. I thought I had 5 rounds. I cut the yarn and then I counted and it was only 4. And so then I was like, okay, I guess we'll just, like, I could have just done another round of the blue, but I was like, if I'm gonna have to weave in ends, I might as well just pick a different color. So I grabbed the yellow, and then I also made this square here, I think. I was watching shows and stuff, so I don't really remember which ones I made yesterday. Now I will pick my projects for today, day 15. Let's see where we are. And we have Rose Library, which is artwork by Ivy Dollamore, charted by Unconventional X Stitch. I'm hoping I can get more progress on this one than I did last time, because when she was picked last time, we were going to the movies, and so she got like no progress on her. And then my yarn is just this ball of a brown yarn. I will go grab Rose Library so we can see my starting point on her. Here is Rose Library. She is on 25 count, 2/1 half cross. And I think tonight I will be working more on the books right here. So this is like easy block stitching, and I will be back tomorrow with my progress. It is currently day 16 and I have made a change of plans, small change of plans, and it's only going to be a change of plans for hopefully like a day or two. And so last night I was working on Autumn Harmony and I finally got the bug of like, I need to work on her until she is finished. I knew that if I was working on, last night I was supposed to work on Rose Library, the whole time I would just be thinking about like, I could be finishing Autumn Harmony and I would just be distracted and not fully enjoying it. So I have decided to only work on Autumn Harmony until she is finished, and I'm going to show you where she's at right now because I think I can finish her in the next day or two. Fingers crossed. I'm really hoping that I can get her finished. And I will say this video is only going to go up once she is finished. So if you're watching this now, just know that by the end of this video, she will be done. So here she is right now. I have 1,300 stitches left, and there are only 19 colors left out of 100. So she is ready to just be finished. I cannot stop and put her down and work on anything else right now. And so I think what I have decided to do is, so yesterday I was supposed to work on Rose Library for day 15. So I'm going to just remind myself, I'm going to write it down, that I stopped doing my Advent at day 15. And then once she is finished, I will pick like 1 or 2 projects a day until I get caught back up. So if I finish her and I can get back to Advent things on day 17, then on day 17 I will work on day 15 and 16, and then I'll get myself caught back up. But like I said, right now I just know I would be distracted and not fully enjoying stitching on other things when she is almost done. She needs to be finished, especially because I've mentioned before, the weekend is going to be busy and I want her done before this weekend. It is currently Tuesday, so I'm gonna quit talking. I'm just gonna go get to stitching, and so I'm not even gonna do the Advent calendar right now. I will get back to that once I have her finished. So I will be back, hopefully with some good progress. I am back, and it has been 1 day and like 1,300 stitches later, and she is done. So this was the corner that I was working in, filling in those last little stitches. And yesterday I was just determined. I was like, I want to get her finished today so I can move on and focus on my Advent stuff for the rest of December, and then also I can start planning for next year. So let's show her. So I have posted like little YouTube shorts or whatever of me putting in like the last stitch. My daughter wanted to help put in the last stitch, so she did the final stitch in the bottom, which was very fun, and I recorded it and I threw that up as a short, and so people know that I'm finished, but they have not seen her yet. So here she is, fully finished, and I am so excited. One person asked, so I will explain one thing on why this edge has like a few red stitches and then nothing else, and it's because when I was stitching this, so I did Extreme Cross Country by color, and one of the colors I did first was red, so it was this red color. I stitched all the red, and later I realized that the red is just kind of like a border that goes around her, and I don't really like it, so I'm going to actually frame it and have it not there because I don't like how there's like this red line and then her arm. So it's not part of the design, it's just like a red row of stitching on the edge. So I did not finish this like last edge because I'm not going to include it. I'm going to cover that up because I don't want to have a red line by her arm. So I did crop that out because someone did see it and mention, but yeah, otherwise she is done. It took me 5 years, a little over 5 years to get her finished. I started her in the fall of 2020, I'm pretty sure, and she is 177,000 stitches, and she's done. And she's on 18 count, 2 over 1, full cross, which made her take forever, and I am so excited to finally have her finished because it's been like 2 years. So I also wanted to mention thank you to everyone who has commented on my videos of me finishing, congratulating me, and just thank you everyone who has been along for this journey because it's been like 2 years, I'm pretty sure, of me working on her fairly often, daily-ish I used to call it, because I don't necessarily stitch every day, but I was trying to work on her the majority of days. And so yeah, thank you to everyone who's been on this journey with me because it has taken a long time to get to this end, the finale. She's done. And so yeah, it's just like it's been nice to have the motivation of other people who are like loving to see her, and it's really helped keep me on track knowing that there's other people out there who are enjoying seeing her progress and who are like cheering me along. It's been really fun having everyone who has also been like, I've been here from the beginning, seeing her when I started this whole thing of like, I'm gonna have her finished by 2025. I think I originally wanted her finished in like September 2025, which didn't happen, but she's done. She's done. I could not believe it when I put in the final stitch last night. It was kind of like, what do I do now? What do I do? She's gone. She's not. I took her out of my whip list, and that was kind of sad knowing that like she's gone. I am down to 29 whips currently, which was exciting to be like down underneath the 30 whips mark. But now I don't really know what I'm going to do next. So I was thinking about what I'm going to do next year. I have no plans yet for next year. None at all. And so I do know that I want to pick another project that I work on like daily-ish. I just don't know yet which one. And one thing that I keep going back and forth between a few different things. So at first I was like, I should pick something smaller so it can get done faster. And then it will give me kind of like some more instant gratification instead of like this took me a couple years. But I also feel like smaller things are easier to get done, like Little Gamer, where I would just give it like a month of stitching and it was done. And so I don't really know if I want to do a smaller project or do another big one, because the big ones are the ones that are really hard to get finished. And so then a part of me was like, okay, what about Cozy Winter Book Nook? But I also don't know if I want to work full-time on something that is winter themed, so I don't know about that. And then I'm also having trouble because looking at my current cross-stitching projects, I think I have 5 that are winter Christmas themed, and I don't really want one of those to be a focus piece throughout the entire year. But I also don't really want the piece that I work on to be another one where it's like face with a background. And I have quite a few, I realized looking through my whips, I have quite a few projects that are faces with like abstract background. So I have Mariner by Maxine Gadd, I have Witcher, and I have Yennefer, I have Fables, I have Mini Masquerade Pale Dawn, and yeah, all of those are, you know, a face with obscure background, you know. And so I don't really know what to do with the projects I have, because I want it to be another full coverage project, but I feel kind of like the projects I have aren't really what I'm looking for. And so there's a part of me that really wants to start Dragon Race Into the Night, because it's got the things that I love in terms of, I want something where, okay, Autumn Harmony, once her face was done, this background was a lot of things that were like not really clear details. Like once they were fully stitched, you knew what it was, but like it's just leaves and stuff. I want actual things. I want something with clutter, you know, kind of like the Amy Stewart bookshelves. I want something where every time you stitch, you are stitching like an item kind of. And so I kind of like Dragon Race Into the Night because like in the sky, you have all the dragons flying, you have the castle, there are people on the ground and flowers and stuff. And so I kind of like the idea of starting it so I have a piece that has a lot of fun things. I don't know though, because I don't really want to start something that is another 500,000 stitch chart. So I don't know, it's up in the air. I am still thinking, because a part of me also thought like, oh, I could do a mini, because I have Mini Masquerade Pale Dawn. I also have, what is it? Fables by Gecko Rouge is not necessarily a mini, but it's only like 60,000 stitches. So I do have some like small ones that could get done. But like I said, I kind of want to do a big focus because I want something that's going to be harder to finish. Because like I looked at Cozy Winter Book Nook. If I did 200 stitches a day on Cozy Winter Book Nook, it would still take me like 6 years to get it finished or something crazy like that. And I was just like, I would need to like up it a little bit, I think, for something that big, and it's 10 stitch, so I could do like 300 stitches a day. But I do need to start thinking of ways to finish the big ones. the biggins. So I'm not sure yet. That will come later. I will probably spend more time in that week between Christmas and New Year formulating my plans for next year, which I don't think I'm gonna have a ton of plans. I most likely will just kind of pick one focus piece and then everything else I'll just kind of wing it, like do Big Brother Stitchy game again, do other Stitchy games, and just have fun because I don't want to be too strict on myself, you know? So I think that's all for this video though. I need to go and edit it so it can go up, and I am going to be recording starting up again with my box because I did not stitch on day 15. That was Rose Library. I did not do yesterday's day 16, and it's now day 17. So I'm going to try and play catch up on this little advent box. And so in my next video, that is what I will be doing. I will be picking my advent projects and trying to do multiple projects in a day. We'll see how that goes. So thank you everyone for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and for coming along with me on the journey of finishing Autumn Harmony. It has been fun. I have truly enjoyed it. I had parts that I felt went really slow. This gray area here was a slog. It took a long time, but overall I have enjoyed the process, and I look forward to starting it again with another project. I will see you all in the next video. Bye!